How can I grow my small business online? If you're a business owner and you're looking for simple strategies that you can use to grow your business, this video is for you. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to avoid the biggest mistake that most business owners make online. Next, I'm going to show you how to show up and get results, not just waste time. And then lastly, we're going to talk about what you need to do to ensure that your prospects can buy easily. Ready to get started? Let's go. The first thing that you want to do is if you're trying to grow your business online, spend some time just simply observing. Find your business circle, find your people. So it's not just about finding clients, but find other like-minded people that can support you and who you can support. Like anything in life online, you're building relationships just like in the real world. And so we want to ensure that we're adding value first. That's actually how many of us created great relationships. We did something for someone, maybe not something big, maybe it's listening, maybe making a suggestion. And based on that graciousness and that gift that we gave, they reciprocated and it became a relationship. So while you're online, look and see if you can find business groups, industry groups of people that might be able to support you. That's number one. The second thing you want to do is really understand who your target market is and then go where they are. Your target market is made up of a few things. Geographics, where are they located? Now, some people sell globally. Some people do business globally. But some people are hyper area sensitive where they're only looking at certain counties or cities. Know the geographics of your target market. The next thing that you want to look at is the demographics. Those are things like gender, age, education level, do they have children or not? All those different characteristics that are usually fairly observable. You want to make sure that you're aware of the demographics because that can also help you figure out where they're located online and what their behaviors are. Lastly, you want to look at the psychographics of your target market. Psychographics are the things that your people care about. So for instance, the psychographics between someone who loves McDonald's coffee in the morning versus someone who loves Starbucks coffee in the morning are very different. McDonald's coffee drinkers want something hot and strong and fast. Starbucks drinkers, a little more fancy, right? And so when you understand all these aspects of your target market, you can start to do a little bit of research and figure out what social networks are they using? How are they searching for information online? Are they using voice search? Are they using things like Siri and Alexa? Are they typing things in? Understanding your target market will help you understand how to better reach them. Because really what you're looking for is not just your existing customers, but the people that are like them. The next step is to determine, are you doing paid or free opportunities? Are you online strictly to advertise? If so, you might be looking at things like Google Ads and maybe hiring a consultant to help you figure out how to reach that target market. Or you might be wanting to do things like go on social media and kind of create posts of engagement and create a little bit more of authentic experience, or one where you're even just paying to boost those posts a little bit. Understanding the psychographics of your target market as well as the demographics will inform you on where you need to go. So for instance, if you're looking to connect with company CEOs, doing a million different TikTok videos is probably not the best way to spend your time. Similarly, if you're trying to reach tweens, going on LinkedIn and posting about your product or service offerings is probably not the way to go either. We have to understand where our target market is and what they care about. Now that we understand our target market, what kind of information will make them take action? So for instance, maybe you're just creating content where when people search for a particular thing, they come across your white paper and they're going to put in their information to download it. And maybe from there you have an opportunity to kind of upsell them on more information or consulting. You'd have to know that your target market is open to that type of thing before you do it. Otherwise, that could be a colossal waste of time paying to create a white paper, right? Knowing which social networks they're on, does it make sense for you to create posts on certain things? And the interesting thing is that we have to also consider that someone who is an existing customer who we're trying to encourage to buy more from or refer us, they might want slightly different content and they have different needs than a prospect. So for instance, let's look at the case of a realtor. A realtor's existing clients may not be looking for a house at the moment if they just bought one using their services a month ago. But you know what they are interested in? House upkeep, tips and tricks for saving money. What should they be checking for? Especially if they're first-time home buyers. Keeping in contact with them by posting that type of information ensures that when they have friends and family that want to buy a home, you're top of mind for them and they recommend you. They don't want to see your listings every day. They don't have a need to see that. So as you're developing your strategy, whether it's using ads or whether it's posting information or posting articles, keep in mind that different segments of the people that you're serving might be interested in different things. Speaking of staying interested in things, are you finding these videos helpful? If so, make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Now that we're identifying some of the different places you can go online, whether it's Google ads and Facebook ads, things like that, or creating pixels where you're taking this code from social networks, putting on the back of your website so that you can retarget people. If you don't know what that is, I want you to think about a time where you went on a website, maybe you were looking at things, you didn't quite buy them, and you logged into Facebook or another social network, and suddenly that thing was looking you at the face, and you were like, "Ooh, this is scary." It's not scary, it's retargeting. So maybe you're looking at doing strategies like that when it comes to ads. Or maybe you're looking at free opportunities where you're writing articles, maybe you're writing articles for other people, there's white papers people download. Whatever it is, make sure that whatever your strategy is leading people into some type of funnel. Whether that's a funnel so that they keep referring you, whether that's your funnel to take them through the buying process eventually, you want to ensure that any actions that people are doing online lead to some type of offline action, where they're purchasing so that something's delivered, where they're showing up to an open house. Whatever this looks like, we want people to show up in person. The last thing I want to share with you is if you're looking to grow your small business online, make it easy for people to contact you and to be able to buy from you. You're probably thinking, duh, but you would be surprised. I would say most businesses, the majority of small businesses, do not do this step. If someone's connected with you on Facebook as a business owner, and when they click on your profile, they can't see your business's website or a phone number to call you or an email address. And yeah, they could message you on Facebook, but that's not really the most professional way to communicate with people. If they don't see your contact information easily, they're probably not going to call you if you have a competitor whose information is easy to find. If you have a white paper and you want people to eventually hire you for consulting or buy additional services, make sure within that white paper there's some type of link or action item or information encouraging them to do so and giving them the information they need to easily do it. Even just simple email, use a signature in it so that people can pass on your information. If you want more referrals, they should be able to go in their last email from you, an existing client, copy a signature and paste it to someone who's asking about you. And you might say, oh, I give all my clients multiple business cards. They're not always carrying those around with them. So no matter what social network you're on, no matter what kind of ads that you use, make sure people do not have to jump through hoops to do business with you. Don't create additional barriers, additional pages they have to go through. When someone has made up their mind to do business with you, they should be able to do so. You know, I'm going to share something a little personal. I've had these conversations with my girlfriends. We've talked about how in college we'd have a guy, a nice looking guy that seemed like a nice upstanding guy. And we decide we want to date this person, but they talk and they just keep talking and they talk themselves out of the date because after we listen to them so long, we're like, I actually don't like you. I share all that to say that even if we're putting people into funnels, if there's all these extra steps and when people decide to buy, there's no easy way for them to click through and do business with you, you might actually be talking them out of the sale. We don't want to do that. Now, speaking of the future and making sure people can buy, we want to make sure that you're relevant into the future. In the description of this video, you're going to notice a link to download my Future Ready Playbook. This playbook is chock full of activities and workbooks that'll help you be more future-proof, whether we're talking about you personally, professionally, or even your business. If you haven't already downloaded it, take a moment to download it today.